Hello, friends. Do you know what is the current dream of India? The current dream of India is to become a $5 trillion economy. Recently, we became the fourth largest economy by surpassing $4 trillion mark. And now, why this $5 trillion mark is important? Because it will let the foundation to become a developed nation by 2047. Now, here is a very interesting news that the five states of India are racing fast to become a $1 trillion economy. So, this five state list is very important, and in this video, we will discuss which of these are the five states, what are their strengths, what are their weaknesses, and also you all should tell me in the comment that whether you belong to these five states, and if not, what are the major reasons why your states are not striving hard in comparison to these states. तो कमेंट में मुझे जरूर बताइए कि आपका स्टेट अगर इन 5 स्टेट्स में है तो जरूर बताएं कि क्या कारण है कि आपका स्टेट इन 5 स्टेट्स में फॉल करता है, और अगर आपका स्टेट उस कैटेगरी में नहीं है तो उसके क्या मेजर रीजंस हैं जिसकी वजह से वो इतना बेहतर नहीं कर पा रहा इनके कंपैरिजन में. लेट्स स्टार्ट दिस वीडियो. First of all, if you will check, this is the status of current Indian states. This is about 2024's map. That time, this India's GDP combined is $3.86 trillion. If you will see this if you will see this map of India, Maharashtra is leading with $500 billion, and if you will see UP crossed $300 billion tag, Gujarat cost 300 billion. Karnataka cost 300 billion, Tamil Nadu cost 300 billion. But surprisingly, some states of India having a huge population base, and also they are considered as a important states of India, they are not progressing up to the mark. Especially if we talk about Bihar, Bengal, Odisha, they are still struggling in comparison to these five states. So in this video, let's discuss why these five states are way ahead in comparison to other states of India. So let's start firstly. Before that, we'll discuss what are the targets of these five states and what is their contribution in national GDP. Maharashtra's target to reach the $5 trillion economy is by 2027-2028, and their share in national GDP is almost 13.3%. Tamil Nadu 1 trillion by 2030 and their share is 8.9%. UP by 2028-29 $1 trillion status and their share is 8.4. Karnataka by 2032 and their share is 8.2. Gujarat by 2030 and their share right now is 8.1%. So let's discuss in detail. Before that, our foundation batch for 2026 attemptees is right now. We had started this batch. This is in complete English medium. So if you want to join this batch, the details are mentioned in the description. You all can join this batch if you want a complete preparation for mains and prelims. Description का लिंक नीचे दे रखा है, वहां पे टेलीग्राम भी है, आप टेलीग्राम को ज्वाइन भी कर सकते हैं. यू कैन कॉल ऑन दैट नंबर फॉर फर्दर डिटेल्स. ओके, सो मूविंग अहेड, लेट्स टॉक फर्स्ट अबाउट आमची मुंबई. It is right now Maharashtra is on the first. Maharashtra is to become $1 trillion economy by 2028-2030. Now, what is the reason why Maharashtra is a way ahead in comparison to the other states of India? Firstly, Maharashtra is considered as the financial capital of the India. RBI, SEBI, BSC, NSC, total 40% of the market cap is from Maharashtra only. Second reason is it is an industrial powerhouse. We have strong auto, electronic, engineering, petrochemical powerhouses in Maharashtra. Third is IT, filmmaking, media, banking, fintech. Service sector contribute almost 60% of their GDP. And lastly, big infrastructure projects like Mumbai Metro, Navi Mumbai Airport. All these things contribute in the Maharashtra's overall development. One more thing that I personally found that Maharashtra is way ahead in this is they are keeping a proper balance in their three sectors of economy. Whether it is primary sector, whether it is secondary sector, or it is tertiary sector. In all these three sectors, Maharashtra is making a proper balance. When we see the other states of India, this balance is little bit what I can say, this balance is not proper. Some states are doing very good in manufacturing, but their service sector is compromised. Some states are doing exceptionally well in comparison to service sector, but their manufacturing sector is struggling. But if you see in Maharashtra's thing, their contribution in manufacturing and service sector is evenly poised. So that is the reason why Maharashtra is on a very top-notch position in comparison to the other states. But as I mentioned, we will discuss the positives. We also discuss the challenges associated with that. So if you will see the challenges in Maharashtra's context, their high cost of living. The major problem in Maharashtra is, especially if we talk about the Mumbai area, the biggest problem is high cost of living. The real estate prices are skyrocketed. Infrastructure issue, traffic congestions, traffic jams, especially during the monsoon time. It is very tough to sustain there. Then third, unequal regional growth. If you will see whole Maharashtra, there is unequal regional growth. Some cities or some districts of Maharashtra are doing fabulous, but some areas of Maharashtra are still struggling. So there is uneven regional development in Maharashtra, and that is the reason the high cost of living, infrastructure issues. इसीलिए कहा जाता है कि मुंबई कभी थमती नहीं है, मुंबई सिर्फ भागती है. That is the reason Maharashtra, this is the bigger challenge. Now, what are the opportunities, or we can say what are the way forwards through which Maharashtra can for sure achieve this dream of $1 trillion economy, and then their next dream is to become 2 trillion or 3 trillion. So what are the things? First is expansion of fintech sector. The fintech sector is prospering very fastly in Maharashtra. And it is not surprise to say that the fintech sector is contributing a lot in overall GDP of Maharashtra. Currently, around 30 to 40% of fintech industries are set up in Maharashtra only. Second, first AI university. The first AI university of India will be also set up in Maharashtra. Most probably, it will set up in Maharashtra. Third, green initiatives taken by Maharashtra government to promote renewable energy, also to fulfill the Paris commitments, to fulfill the sustainable development goals. Maharashtra is focusing very hard. So AI industry, expansion of fintech, all these will make Maharashtra more bigger state, and these industry will for sure in future will become a very huge industries. Moving ahead, if we talk about Tamil Nadu, Tamil Nadu is currently the second largest economic growth state, and their annual growth rate is 12% needed to become a $1 trillion economy. Now, what are the benefits? What are the positives with Tamil Nadu? The first thing is it is a manufacturing hub. Automobile, electronic, textile. Even Chennai is called as Detroit of India. Largest textile and apparel producer of India. 30% of Indian export is from Tamil Nadu only regarding to textile and apparel. IT and software industry, it is second largest, and it also have a very high human development index. Now, why Tamil Nadu is also being very close to Maharashtra, they are also making a balanced growth in their secondary and tertiary sector both. And one more positive about Tamil Nadu is most of the big industries, big smartphone industries, especially from Taiwan, they set up their businesses in Tamil Nadu. So Tamil Nadu is becoming not only the manufacturing hub, but also it is right now the second largest service based state of India after Karnataka. So this is the major reason why Tamil Nadu is growing very fast. But here also we have some challenges. Service sector growth is not that fast in comparison to manufacturing. Second is infrastructure issues still persist in Tamil Nadu. If we compare Chennai with other districts of Tamil Nadu, the infrastructure issues are still poised. Then third is aging population. Now this is the recent news that attract maximum people's attention. Tamil Nadu is getting aging faster. The fertility rate is getting reduced in Tamil Nadu. As a result of that, there might be a situation will come in future that the workforce participation rate or the labor requirement is not, the labor is more aging population. So this is the major issues, challenges with Tamil Nadu. Now, if we talk about the way forward, expansion in EV manufacturing, most of the EV manufacturing plants will be set up in Tamil Nadu in future. Chennai and Coimbatore are becoming the defense hub of the nation. And then rural industrialization. Now, this is again a point which attract the maximum attention. Tamil Nadu is not only focusing on the urban development, but they are also want that their rural sector is also get grown. So they create this, they want that the divide between the urban areas and the rural areas will get reduced. Because if the rural development will focus more, that will reduce the migration and urban explosion will get reduced. So these are the best ideas where what we can say that Tamil Nadu is growing very fast. Expansion of EV, Chennai Coimbatore defense corridors, defense hubs, and rural industrialization. Now, moving to the third state, before that, we also started our mains answer writing batch. If you want that, ki sir, we want a batch where we can write the answers, our answers get properly checked, we should know where we are lacking, we want that proper evaluation of our answers. You all can join this mains answer writing batch. It is an online batch. It is in bilingual mode, Hindi and English both. You can write it from your home, submit it. If you want to write in Hindi, you can write in Hindi. If you want to write in English, you can write in English. And our team will evaluate it and will let you know where you are doing the mistakes and where you are improving. So you all can register in this mains answer writing batch as well. Now, third state, Uttar Pradesh. Now, friends, first of all, we should clap for Uttar Pradesh, that where once upon a time it is considered as a backward state, as a Bimaru state. Now Uttar Pradesh is the third largest state in contribution to overall GDP. So if we talk about Uttar Pradesh, it will become a $1 trillion economy by 2029, as said by Yogi Adityanath ji. What they are saying, the population dividend, the first positive with UP is they are the most populous state, but they are utilizing their demographic dividend properly. Then second is infrastructure push. Expressways created in Purvanchal, Bundelkhand, International Airport, Jewar is being constructed in Noida. Logistics hubs will be set up in Uttar Pradesh. Manufacturing focus, defense corridor set up, electronic industry, MSMEs, and one district, one product is getting so much of popularity because of Uttar Pradesh. Then tourism and heritage. This is one of the sector where Uttar Pradesh is doing fabulous work. Recently, Mahakumbh, it surprised the whole world how it is possible to gather and to manage such a population in such a area, that this much of huge population. Then Varanasi, they had changed the overall infrastructure of Varanasi. Ayodhya Ram Temple, then Agra Taj Mahal, we all know, one of the 7 wonders. So all these are the reasons why Uttar Pradesh is striving very fast to become a $1 trillion economy by 2029. Then if we talk about the challenges, in Uttar Pradesh, the first challenge is the low per capita income. As the population is very high in Uttar Pradesh, so whatever the income they will generate, that distribute among that population. So as a result of that, their per capita income is very less. Human development indicators are also less. Health, standard of living, and education, they are struggling in that. Then skill gap and weak formal employment. Whatever the scene are, the people are not that skilled. Government has launched many schemes, Pradhan Mantri Kaushalya Vikas Yojana, Deen Dayal Upadhyay Grameena Kaushalya Vikas Yojana, but the huge population base, the skill level is still at the nascent stage. Then urban infrastructure still catching up. Urban infrastructure is doing very fast, but still the gap between UP and other states of India, especially Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu, it's huge. But UP is again catching up fast in especially FDI, because most of the big MNCs know that their customer base is located mostly in UP. So foreign direct investment is doing more in UP because the government is providing them incentives. Government is creating the special economic zones for them. Then 100 industrial corridor will be set up by 2030. By 2030, they will set up 100 industrial corridors. And lastly, Noida is becoming a new startup hub. After Bengaluru, after Chennai, Noida will become a new startup hub. So these are the major reasons where we can say, kya baat hai Uttar Pradesh. So this is the reason why UP, which is considered as a Bimaru state, is now becoming a strong contender to become a $1 trillion economy. Coming to the fourth state, that is the IT city of India, that is Karnataka. Karnataka, if we talk about, they will become a $1 trillion economy by 2032 as per their CM. First, obviously, we all know Bengaluru is known as India's Silicon Valley. Strong AI, biotech and fintech firms. Startup capital, highest number of unicorns and tech startups are there in Bengaluru only. High-tech manufacturing, aerospace, defense, electronics and biotechnology parks. And lastly, the premium research institutes, IISc Bangalore, IIM Bangalore, ISRO's office, all these are there in Bangalore. And apart from that, Hindustan Aeronautic Limited, HALs, is also located in Bangalore only. So the Karnataka is considered, again, the service sector industry. If we talk about, Karnataka is in the topmost position. Now, Karnataka also have some challenges. First of all, infrastructure crisis. This is the biggest problem in Bengaluru, especially if we talk about the huge traffic jam, water scarcity problem. According to a survey, the water scarcity will be huge in Bengaluru in upcoming years. Then manufacturing sector is not diverse in comparison to Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu. They also face the problem of erratic rainfall pattern. But again, as I talk about, every state has the opportunity to become more bigger state. In few years, almost 400 AI startups will be set up in Karnataka. Imagine, friends, 400 AI startups. Then semiconductor manufacturing. India has started their own national semiconductor mission, and for that we have this semiconductor manufacturing of 3.4k crore. We want to become a self-sufficient in semiconductors that can be used in the cars or in mobile chips. 50% of the 1 trillion fintechs will be taken. Now this is again very important. 50% of the fintech industry will be set up in this Karnataka state, and their worth is about like $1 trillion fintech industry. So their business काफी फैला हुआ business है, and that is true. They are not only focusing on the current practices, but also they are preparing themselves for future. Semiconductors, AI startups, fintech industry. So yes, we can say Bangalore has a bright future, or Karnataka has a bright future. Moving ahead, the fifth state of India, and we are considered as the culturally rich state of India, that is Gujarat. Gujarat will become $1 trillion economy by 2030. First of all, Gujarat is an industrial powerhouse. Petrochemical, chemical, pharma, port, engineering, everything is there in Gujarat. 62% of petrochemical production in India is done by Gujarat, highest in India. Top logistic and port infrastructure, they have Mundra Port, Kandla Port, Dholera Port. 25% of total exports of India was done from these ports. And the most important thing, Gift City, India's first IFSC set up in Gujarat, International Financial Service Center. This also create a huge attention of the whole world that we have our own IFSC. So these are the prosperous things about Gujarat. But again, the challenges. First of all, water stress and arid climate in Kutch and Saurashtra region. Now this is again a problem. Regional imbalances persist in Gujarat also. Their reliance on large industries. This is again a problem. Over reliance on large industries. They have lack of service sector growth and skill development gaps for new age industry. And that is the reason major AI industries were not set up in Gujarat, because the skill gap is huge in context of Gujarat. So what are the way forwards? First of all, Gujarat is creating infrastructure friendly policies through Gujarat Summit, special economic zones. They also want to produce 30 watt of green energy by 2030. And the major investment that is done from Tata, Tesla is now in Gujarat only. So they are saying that it's a must plan. बहुत ही must plan है. So as a result of this, we can say that Gujarat is also catching up very fast in comparison to other states of India. Okay, friends. So this is about these 5 states. Our foundation batch is also available in Hindi. अगर आप हिंदी में चाहते हैं फाउंडेशन बैच ज्वाइन करना, तो आप हिंदी में भी फाउंडेशन बैच ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं. प्रोसेस सेम है, रजिस्टर करवाना होगा आपको. नीचे डिस्क्रिप्शन में यू हैव अ नंबर, यू कैन कॉल ऑन दैट नंबर एंड आस्क फॉर फर्दर डिटेल्स. सो फ्रेंड्स, एज आई मेंशन यू ऑल, आप मुझे कमेंट में जरूर लिख के बताइए आप कौन से स्टेट से बिलोंग करते हैं और क्या ऐसे कारण है कि आपका स्टेट इन टॉप 5 स्टेट में है. इन कारणों के अलावा, मतलब इफ यू बिलोंग टू महाराष्ट्र, इफ यू बिलोंग टू कर्नाटका, इफ यू बिलोंग टू यूपी, यू ऑल्सो शुड टेल मी. आप भी मुझे कमेंट में जरूर बताइए कि क्यों आपका स्टेट इस समय टॉप 5 स्टेट में है, और अगर आपका स्टेट इन टॉप 5 स्टेट्स में नहीं है तो क्या कारण है जिसकी वजह से आपके स्टेट को भी और ज्यादा मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी टॉप 5 स्टेट्स में आने के लिए. That's all from my side. Do share, subscribe our channel, and one very important thing that I'll tell to you all. we have a special batch that we are running on YouTube. What you need to do, आपको YouTube open करना है. You just need to type in search KGS English. Every day, Monday to Friday, we have a session for mains program. GS mains paper 3 we are covering through these economy series. Almost 27 videos I had made. What you need to do, YouTube open करिए, उस पे डालिए KGS English. Once you open that KGS English channel, open that live section. In that live section, you will find this main series of mine. 27 videos I had made for GS paper 3, that is in English only, and you all can take the benefit of this. So that's all from my side. Thank you so much. God bless you all.